Okay, so to open this file, now this file there's nothing special about this file. It is in fact just a text file, and we can open it with any program that can open a text file. Now, just to show you what I mean, first I'm just going to open it in Text Wrangler, which is the Mac equivalent of Notepad, if you like. So just want to show you what this looks like. As you can see, there's just text in here. But as you can also see, this would be kind of difficult to work with in this form. You can, in fact, make changes here, but it's a bit tricky. I can just remove the wrapping, the line wrapping here, and you can start to see that across the top you've got name, SKU, description. These relate to the columns, and then you've got data here. But as you can see, yeah, it's a bit difficult to work with. So we need something that's a bit easier. And so what I'm going to do is close that text editor and instead open this file in a spreadsheet. Now, most of you probably would be using Excel for this, but I found that there's a bit of a problem with this file, and I'll explain what that is in a moment. Just for now, though, it does work in openoffice.org. And of course, that's freely available to anybody, whether you're on a Windows machine or on a Mac machine. And I've noticed over the years that OpenOffice is sometimes better at certain tasks than Microsoft Office. So anyway, I'll just show you by opening it up in OpenOffice. Now, what happens is that OpenOffice is smart enough to realize that this is not a normal spreadsheet. So it's opened up the import dialog box here. And it's also correctly picked out the character coding, which is Unicode. When I do this with Microsoft, that doesn't come up correctly. You have to set that manually. We are going to import from row 1. And we're also going to separate using semicolon, not comma. And the reason for that is that if you look in the description fields down here, commas might in fact be used in the description. So the semicolon is the safest kind of punctuation mark that can be used here. Now what we can do is we can have a look at this preview here and just see how successfully this is being imported. Yep, so it seems to be working all right. If there was a semicolon in the description field, that might cause a problem. That's what we're kind of looking out for. But the test here is that we're looking for this kind of data here to be lined up correctly. The price, for example, they're all lined up with the price descriptor field at the top and the data, what seems to be looking correctly underneath that. And now this is the column that we're interested in changing, enabled. Okay, so that's looking good so far. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is just press OK, and that should import this data into a new spreadsheet. And this is what it looks like. Let me just fix this up. Okay, so we can see it seems to have done this correctly. We've got name, the description row across the top there, category, and shipping freight enabled. All this data seems to be coming in correctly. Okay, and I'm going to change all of the enableds to no. And I'll do that next, and then after that I'll show you why I don't use Microsoft Office for this.